Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is K Shine and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. You already know your girl is back with another video. Based on the title, you know exactly what I'm about to talk about. Y'all, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at K Shine with 3 E's. Now Dash, I don't want you playing with this toy. Y'all already know because you see the outfit. Same, different. No, not the squeaky toy. Sorry, Papa. Nope. We're not doing this one. But yeah, so this is going to be a guess what. Like, make sure y'all look at the titles when it's a guess what, y'all. Because some of y'all be thinking it's my real life. Okay? Without further ado, let's hurry right into the video. Let's go. Alright, y'all. So, boom. Let me tell y'all about this time. Oh, my God, y'all. This was not a good time in my life, right? So, I remember, like, okay, this definitely, of course, took place when I was younger, right? So, when I was younger, something really, really bad happened, right? I'm not going to really get too deep into that because, you know, I don't want everybody really in my business, but something happened. Now, when this happened, like, you know, my mom was going through a lot when this happened to us, right? So, it was like she was trying to work. She had a lot going on, you know, she's trying to take care of me. When this tragedy happened, now, my mom's job, it did require her to, you know, travel and stuff. Like, you know, those jobs that do require you to, like, go from state to state or move or, you know, things like that. So, her job did require her to do that. Now, she was telling me, like, this was going to be, like, her last time having to go to, like, a different state for this job because after this, she going to get the position that she wanted and we wasn't going to be moving around or she wasn't always going to have to do these out-of-town trips and stuff. Because the thing was, we wasn't really moving around from state to state. She was just do all this business out of town, you know what I'm saying? So like I wouldn't be moving around, but she was just never really home, you know. So at this time it was just like she like, okay, this is gonna be the last time that I have to go out of town for work because once I get this business deal, we gonna be good, we gonna be stationed, I ain't gonna be moving around like that. So I'm like, okay, but because it was only my mom, you know, she like, you're gonna have to go stay with your aunt and uncle because baby, I gotta go out of town. And she was only supposed to go out of town for like a week or two. Like, she wasn't going for a long time, but she like, you know, you can't be at home for a week or two by yourself. Yeah, I gotta remember, I'm young. I'm only like 12 at the time, okay? So, okay, yeah. So she like, just go and stay with your aunt and uncle. I won't only be gone for like a week or two, and I'm gonna come back. So I'm thinking like, no, like this big tragedy just happened. Now my mom about to leave. Like, I don't want to go stay with nobody. Like, no. But I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, what I'm gonna do? I'm young. It's nothing I can do. It's just nothing I can do. So whatever. We end up going, and mind you, my cousins and uncles and them, they stay far away. So we end up going there, you know, we go there, we have dinner. So, you know, my mom would just talk to my uncle, like everybody just talking. Now, I knew I had a cousin there, but like we wasn't super close because like I said, the distance between us. So I had a cousin there and you know, she was my age and then she had like a younger brother or whatever. So everybody, we was sitting there at dinner, you know, they was just discussing about how I'm gonna stay there. So of course they made me up a little bed and stuff. And you know, they was just trying to welcome me because they knew me and my mom just went through something very traumatic. So they was just trying to really be helpful. I'm just really like, and not really myself because I'm sad about everything that I'm going through. And then I'm like, not only did I just go through something, now my mom about to leave for a week, so I don't even have my mom. And then now I'm here with like my uncles and them who I love, but it's like I ain't really used to seeing y'all like that. But I'm not gonna lie, seeing my girl cousin, we're just gonna name her Tiffany. Seeing Tiffany, like she really, like I thought I was not gonna, I don't know, I just thought that I was gonna be sad the whole time. But Tiffany was really like brightening up my day. Like, you know, she was really making me laugh and we was becoming cool. So we was like playing a little bit. Y'all gotta remember I'm 12, so we like playing little footsies underneath the table, hitting each other and stuff. Like we just playing. So like, I'm not gonna lie, she was making me smile because I thought I was gonna come here and be fucking miserable. I'm not gonna lie. But whatever. So we have dinner. So, you know, my mom and my aunt and uncle, you know, they discuss whatever about me. And yeah, so it's now time for my mama to leave. So I go outside with my mama. You know, we basically just saying bye to each other. She let me know, like, everything's going to be okay. Like, this going to be all over soon. And I'm going to get to come home and blah, blah, blah. So I'm just like, okay, mom, whatever. It's nothing I can do. So, like, love you, bye. So I told her bye. So cool. So the first night that I stayed there, it was really fine. Like, I had to sleep in the room with Tiffany. They had a bed in there for me. And it was fine. It was fine. You know, it was nothing Nothing really went wrong. You know, me and Tiffany was just like talking and stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, you know, I go to sleep and I wake up the next day and Tiffany was already out the bed. So I'm like, okay, let me get up. Let me not sleep late, even though I just really want to stay in the bed because, you know, I got so much shit going on. But I'm like, whatever. It's winter break. I'm here for a week. No school. So you know what? Let me just enjoy what's going on. So I get up and I see Tiffany already outside playing. So I'm like, okay, let me get up with my clothes on and go outside with Tiffany. So we outside and we just running around. Mind you, where my auntie and uncle lived at, like it's a big backyard. It's a lot of stuff. Like it's train tracks and stuff. It's a lot of stuff to do. So I'm not gonna lie. Me and Tiffany, we 12, okay? So we just running around playing. Like we run around through the backyard. It was like this abandoned like warehouse that was closed. So we like running around through the warehouse. We just being kids, y'all. Running around and playing and being destructive, okay? Because I'm not gonna lie. I was an innocent kid, but like I'm impressionable and I'm vulnerable right now because I'm going through a lot. So, you know, and I did kind of want to fit in with Tiffany. I didn't want Tiffany to think I was just like some little loser, little square or whatever. So like, Tiffany, when we went to that abandoned warehouse, like she started throwing rocks through the window, like breaking the window. Don't lie, I was doing that shit too. Like I'm a kid, I want to play, and then I'm thinking like the warehouse is abandoned anyway, so like who really cares, right? So we was like throwing well, I thought it was abandoned, I don't know. So we throwing rocks, like we just running around being destructive, and we just like running around playing. So next to the abandoned warehouse, it was like a grave site, y'all. So we kind of like running through the grave site, y'all. Like I know, just doing shit, right? Like we literally is just like doing shit. We running through the grave site, y'all. We just playing tag, hitting each other, running, and we get to like this like well, you know, it was like a big circle well, you know, it was water at the bottom, and like by the well, Tiffany had bring out these cigarettes, y'all. Mind you, like I said, we 12. So she bring out these cigarettes. I'm sitting here thinking like, where the fuck you get cigarettes from? Like, how you 12 years old and you got cigarettes? But okay, she pulled out these cigarettes and it's lighted, y'all, and she started smoking a cigarette. So what do? I start smoking a cigarette too because, you know, I'm just like, well, wait a minute. You puff fast and like, I'm going to go ahead and smoke it and see y'all, please. I knew from that point on, cigarettes was not for me, okay? Because I had a puff of that cigarette. I'm coughing, choking, slobbing, about to die. Okay, so it's just like too much going on. So I'm like, Tiffany, I don't know how you be smoking these cigarettes, but baby, it ain't for me, okay? So we was doing that. So we like playing, and you know, I thought Tiffany up until this point, I think it's like she cool, we vibing, like we getting to really know each other. But Tiffany be saying like little slick slide shit, and like I just don't know why. Like I said, the trauma that I was going through and the traumatic experience that happened to me, Tiffany like start bringing it up. So I'm telling Tiffany like, listen, I don't want to talk about like what happened to me, so don't bring it up. And like she still was like low key bringing it up, like what's wrong? Like why can't I say this? And I'm thinking like, because I'm telling you, it's hurtful. I'm still emotional about it. The shit just happened. Don't talk about it. Tiffany don't give a fuck. She's saying little shit. So I'm getting mad. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, Tiffany, like you bring up my situation again, I'm damn near gonna smack the out of you. Like for real. I'm gonna smack that cigarette out your mouth. Like that's what I'm thinking. Cause I'm like, if you know something bad happened to me and I'm telling you I don't want to talk about it, why the fuck are you bringing it up? You know, that's what I'm thinking. So like I'm getting mad, and you know, Tiffany like,
okay, well, my bad. Like, I'll stop talking about it. Like, we still cool.
And I'm looking like, because she put her hand out. Mind you, we're standing over a well, y'all. So she put her hand out. I'm thinking like, I don't know, Tiffany. You might try to pull me into the well and let me drop down through the hole. I don't really know. So I'm just like, yeah, girl, we cool, whatever. We kind of go back to playing. Because, you know, when you young, the arguments really don't last that long. Because it's just like, whatever. I'm over it. Whatever, I'm over it. You said sorry, whatever. Like, it's not a big deal. So we go back, we playing or whatever. We having a good time. So when we go back into the house, you know, we still playing. Like, everything was smooth. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was starting to really have fun there. And her little brother was cool, too. Now, Tiffany low-key was mean to her little brother. But at first, I'm thinking, like, well, that's just what older siblings do. It's really not no big deal. But I liked her little brother. He was cool as fuck. So, like, I wasn't mean to him like she was. For whatever reason, like, my aunt that was there, I just started taking, like, not a liking to her like that, but, like, I think because of the situation I was going through and I was so vulnerable and everything that I just went through, like I just started to like grow a deeper bond with her, because it's just like my mom left, she's gone for work, and it's like all I got is my aunt and uncle, and then you know my uncle be working and stuff. So like my aunt was just really really cool, and like you know I just really love my aunt, because you know I'm in this vulnerable space. Like she's super loving right now. Like we just was growing like this bond. Like of course that's my aunt, so we already got a bond, but like I'm really like you know starting to like you know get really acquainted with her because of everything that I'm going through, and she just was being very supportive and she was there for me. So whatever. So I'm getting closer and closer with my aunt and stuff. And mind you, like I said, where we lived at, like it was just like big mountains and like cliffs and stuff like that, and we live by this big body of water, right? So sometimes like my aunt would go to the backyard and she'd just like be chilling out there, like stare off into the water and just think, I guess, I don't know. But so what I didn't know is because like me, and I knew they had like a 4-bedroom house or whatever. I knew they had their room, the little brother had a room, and then Tiffany had a room, but it was this extra room, right? So they had the extra room, but the room was already set up, like it was like set up for like a baby or like a younger sibling or something. But I didn't know about none of these other siblings, so like I never questioned it. Like I didn't mind sharing rooms with Tiffany because again, y'all, I'm only here for like a week or so, so I didn't mind sharing our rooms. And I figured if they didn't put me in that 4th bedroom, then they must ain't want me in there. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's, I don't know, but I'm like, whatever. I'm not thinking of it. So, you know, the time is going on. We go outside and play like always. Me and Tiffany always outside playing because, like I said, it is winter break. So we not just trying to be in the house. So we going outside to play again. So Tiffany had like this little shack or like shed or whatever in the backyard where she kept like a lot of her stuff. So she went back there and she had like this dummy. Y'all know like stunt dummies or whatever. She like, okay, I want you to help me take it somewhere. So, you know, I'm thinking like, well, where are we about to take this stunt dummy? But I'm down for it because I'm like, whatever, we kids, we playing around, where you want me to take it to? So, you know, we pick it up and I'm just following her. She leading the way. We walking and walking and walking. I'm like, God damn. So we get over this freeway, y'all. You know the little bridge that's over a freeway? We get over this freeway, y'all. Tell me why this bitch Tiffany sits the stunt dummy on top of like the bridge and let it falls down into traffic. Now y'all, I'm panicking because guess what happens after that? Like, because people thought like it was a human or a real body, people are pressing on their brakes. When I tell y'all it was like a 30-pound car accident. So I'm panicking because I'm like, people could be unalive down there. Like, you caused the accidents because you around here fucking playing. I didn't know this what we was about to do. Like, even when she set the dummy, like the stunt dummy up there, I'm thinking like she trying to play. I'm not really sure what I thought she was doing, but when she dropped that stunt dummy onto oncoming traffic, I knew this bitch was crazy. So now I'm thinking like, Tiffany, this is not fun. This is not how we play. You don't do shit like that. But she don't care. She thinks she laughing, y'all. She think this shit is so funny. And I'm sitting here thinking like, this bitch is crazy. I'm really sitting thinking like, this girl is crazy as fuck. Like, why would she do that? It was at that point where I knew Tiffany ass was crazy, and I'm thinking like, what's wrong with you? So I'm running scared, okay? Like, I took off because I'm looking down. I'm like, oh my God, all these cars just ran into each other. I don't know if they okay. I don't know if somebody got hurt. I don't want them to see my face. So I take off running. Tiffany running behind me. I'm down there crying, scared, and upset. She running behind me laughing. She think this shit is a joke. So I'm looking like, Tiffany, what's wrong with you? Like, are you really okay? Are you okay in the head? Like, the fuck? So I'm like, whatever. So we get to the house, and you know, she looking at me like, why is you so upset? And I'm looking at her like, bitch, and why is you not? So I'm not gonna lie, like once we got to the house, you know, later on that day we did hear about the crash on the news, and I'm like, I gotta tell somebody this, because you know when you young and shit just be eating you up. I'm like, somebody gotta know about this shit because this is crazy. And I was thinking about it and thinking about telling my aunt or uncle and stuff. Tiffany came up to me like, mind you, Tiffany did a whole 180 because the bitch used to be cool. She came up to me like,
you know, if you telling me, nobody gonna believe you, right?
And I'm thinking like, well, why the fuck they ain't gonna believe me? Because I'm not known to be no liar. Like, why would they not believe me? And she like,
these are my parents. Like, they're not gonna believe anything that you say.
And you know, me being a kid, I'm like, damn, if they not gonna believe me, like, what? Like, and then Tiffany tried to make it seem like she was gonna turn it on me and make it seem like I was the problem child. And you know, I couldn't have that, so I was just like, you know what, whatever. I'm gonna hold on to this for now, but Tiffany gonna get hers, okay? So I'm just thinking like, whatever. Like, I just leave it alone. But Tiffany think we gonna go back to normal, and I'm thinking like, bitch, I don't want to rock with you like that. Like, I know we 12, but like, I'm not trying to kick it with you for real because you doing crazy shit. Like, I'm just here to have fun. That's it. And you doing all this wild stuff, knowing that I already got a lot of shit that I'm going through, and you coming with all this other stuff, it's too much, y'all. So now me and Tiffany relationship is a little bit rocky because she want me to be fucking Billy Badass with her, and I ain't trying to do that. Like, I'm just trying to kick it and have a good time on this break. You trying to do too much, right? So it's like ever since then, she just kind of was doing like little slick shit that she knew she wasn't really gonna get caught for, and I ain't like that. So I started trying to kick it with the little brother now because I'm like, yeah, Tiffany has this weird. I'm straight. So I'm like kind of kicking it with the little brother a little bit more. So Tiffany getting mad, like, why you kicking it with the little brother? I don't even fucking like his ass. Da da da. Like, she just saying little goofy stuff, and I'm thinking like, I'm kicking it with the little brother because he ain't crazy like your ass. So y'all, we go to dinner that night, and do you know Tiffany was like, we always just sitting there talking, and Tiffany told her mom, which is my aunt, like,
Oh yeah, Kay was just wondering, like, can she go into the fourth bedroom? Like, she doesn't want to share rooms with me. Why she can't go to the fourth bedroom?
mind y'all, I never said that shit. I did notice they had a fourth bedroom, but at first Tiffany was cool, so I didn't mind sharing a room with her. Like, I'm only here for a week, baby. I don't care. So I see my aunt like just getting physically upset. So I'm thinking like, why she getting so upset? And she like, you know, telling me like, no, okay, like you can't go into the fourth bedroom. So I'm trying to tell her like, baby girl, I never said that. I never asked when I go to the fourth bedroom. Tiffany is lying, but they ain't trying to hear it because my aunt, my uncle going back and forth. My uncle like, yeah, just let Kay go to the fourth bedroom. My aunt like, no, I'm not ready for her to go to the fourth bedroom. I'm sitting here like, baby, y'all, I never even asked to go to the fourth bedroom. Y'all going back and forth, and I never even asked for that shit. So they going back and forth. It turned into an argument. So now I'm sitting there looking stupid because I'm like, not y'all arguing about me, and I didn't even ask to go there. I didn't even ask to go to the fourth bedroom, y'all. And y'all sitting there having a whole argument about it, and I'm just like, bro, I didn't even ask. Like, y'all arguing about me, and I never even asked to go to the fourth bedroom. So it was a big argument. And my auntie, like, she's upset. Like, she started crying. She stormed off the dinner table. So I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on with this fourth bedroom that I didn't even ask about? So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't know. I told her I didn't ask. She not listening because her and my uncle got into it. So it's just like, oh, whatever. Like, fuck it. I don't know what the hell going on. So whatever. So I'm just sitting there looking at Tiffany like, bitch, why would you lie? Why the hell would you lie? I never even said nothing about the fourth bedroom. But you just doing that because you trying to get under my skin. And you just know that they not going to believe me. So you out here being... Like, Tiffany was so fucking reckless now. Like, I'm just like, oh, fuck this bitch. Like, I'm good on her. So after that, Tiffany was getting more mad because she realized I wasn't really messing with her. Like, I play with the little brother, but I'm not messing with her for real. So she started really picking with me. Like, she started really antagonizing me. So, you know, she see that I'm playing with the little brother. So she started making comments like...
Oh, I would hate for anything to happen to my little brother.
And I'm thinking like, bitch, are you delusional? Like, why are you making threats about your little brother? Are you psycho? And I'm like, well, what's that supposed to mean? And, you know, Tiffany like...
I would hate for anything to happen to my little brother, like what happened to my little sister.
So I'm like, little sister? What are you talking about? So I'm just sitting there thinking like she trying to be all fucking cliffhanger-ish, like, oh, and I'm thinking like, what happened? What's going on? So I'm realizing like, oh, it's the fourth bedroom for a little sister you had. What happened to the little sister? Like, what's going on? I didn't realize that it was some type of accident that happened and the little sister passed away. But now I'm thinking, was it a fucking accident? Because this bitch Tiffany is nuts, okay? She's a nutcase. So now I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, if you trying to act like whatever happened to the little sister really wasn't no accident and they think it's an accident, is you trying to do this to the little brother? And I love the little brother. So I'm thinking like, you know what? I'm going to just start hanging out with the little brother more. That way I can make sure nothing happened to him because Tiffany is whacked out of her mind. And I don't know why. So whatever. So like I said, time is going on. I end up calling my mama like, yeah, yeah, can you please come get me, okay? Because Tiffany is crazy as hell, and I don't want to be here no more. I know we had this talk. I know we, you know, said that I'm only going to be here for a week or so, but baby, the week is up. Even though the week not up, it's up in my head. It's time for me to go, okay? And, you know, my mom is like, yeah, like, I'll be there soon. Like, don't worry, did I? She, like, basically blowing me off, and I'm like, Ma, this bitch Tiffany is crazy. Like, she ain't really listening, okay? You know, when you young and they think like, oh, you guys just probably had a fight. You guys will be okay. And I'm thinking like, no, this bitch is nuts. Anyways, so I'm just like, whatever. Like, let me just make sure I keep my eye out on for the little brother because Tiffany is crazy. So like I said, time is going on. She just keep doing little shit to provoke me and like to just piss me off. And now because she's doing little stuff behind the scenes, when I would try to tell my aunt and uncle, of course there would be no real evidence. So they thinking like I'm just whacked out of my mind and I'm the crazy one because of my traumatic experience. They thinking like, oh, you know, you just need to go to therapy. Like, you need to go talk about your problems. You just been through something so traumatic, so that's probably what it is. They believe in they kid over me, of course, because I look like the crazy one. I'm the one that just had something happen. I'm in a new environment, so they trying to act like whatever happened to me is affecting my brain. I'm sitting here thinking like it really wasn't. It's y'all crazy ass daughter. But of course y'all not gonna believe it because you know parents love to believe their kids. And most of the times you should. But whatever. So anyways, I'm just thinking like, you know, I'm about to go to bed. Fuck all this. Y'all ain't believe me, whatever. So we do that, and the next day I wake up, and mind you, I told you, Tiffany was already saying this crazy shit about her brother. So when I wake up, you know, I'm looking around for everybody, and Tiffany always be out of the room before me. Like, she always be up. She'll never wake me up. So I go downstairs or whatever, and I hear that my aunt was like, yeah, Tiffany took her little brother out to play today. So I'm like, she took her little brother to play. Mind you, this whole time I've been here, she ain't did nothing with the little brother. She been mean to the little brother, picking on him, saying all this crazy shit about him and how an accident gonna happen. So I'm like, now listen, you want to take your little brother out to play? Something's up. So I'm like, oh, fuck no. So I put my clothes on. I'm like, let me go see where the hell they at because you probably trying to do something weird to the little brother. I don't trust you. You already said you did something kind of like, well, you try to act like you did something to the little sister. So now I don't trust you. So I'm like trying to go find them or whatever. Y'all, of course, when I find them, what happened? An accident happened to the little brother and put the little brother in the hospital. Why every time the kids around you, an accident happens? Now, the accident didn't unalive the little brother like the little sister was. So I'm thinking like, okay, you know what? Tiffany did something to that little brother for him to have an accident all of a sudden and end up in the hospital. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to have to really tell my aunt what's going on because this is going too far. And something could have really happened to my little cousin. Like, her little, like, something really bad could have happened. And I see Tiffany don't care. Like, she don't fear nothing. She out here just doing whatever the fuck she want to do. So now I'm taking it really serious. I'm like, this bitch is dangerous. So when my aunt, while my little cousin was still, like, in the hospital, my aunt was back on that little cliff like she always is, thinking about some shit. So I just went out there and talked to her. I'm like, I'm going to just have to keep it a buck because now this is getting too serious. My cousin is in the hospital. Something, no. So I just go out there and I'm just like, you know, I need to talk to you. Like, I know you think Tiffany is just a sweet little angel, but she really not. Like, I think she did something intentionally to put my little cousin in the hospital. She did this, she did that. Like, I'm just telling on Tiffany for real. Like, I know snitches get stitches, but my little cousin laid up with stitches at this point, and it's going too far. So I'm like, yeah, and I also think that she did something to your daughter, like their little sister or whatever. And my auntie is getting mad, like, but I'm just trying to tell her, like, you need to be looking out for Tiffany because she be saying all this weird shit and she be meaning it. Like, I've seen what she could do. She be for real about this shit. So my auntie is getting mad. I'm thinking like, girl, no, your kid is crazy as fuck. Do y'all know this girl smacks me? I'm telling her all the tea about her daughter and she smacks me. You know what? You lucky I got respect for you because you know what? So I'm like, oh, fuck this. I'm about to go home because not only is your damn daughter dangerous, you gonna smack me like it's me? Like it's me? Oh no. So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know what? You ain't gotta hear shit from me again. I ain't gonna say nothing again. I'm straight because if you wanna deal with your crazy ass daughter, that's gonna be on you. You deal with the nut job. You deal with the nut case because I'm not about to do this. So, you know, I'm going to call my mom. You know, she ain't answer. So I'm like, whatever. Like, hopefully she going to call back because I got to get up out of here because not only is Tiffany crazy, her goddamn parents is crazy too because why you not believe me? You think I'm going to just come here and make some shit up? I mean, I know I just went through something traumatic, but, like, that don't mean I'm about to come here and just start lying on everybody. So I'm like, whatever. I'm thinking, like, you know what? Tiffany ass was right. She said they wasn't going to believe me. So she might have been right. They really ain't going to believe me. So she out here doing all this crazy shit. And it's nuts. At this point, Tiffany know that I basically said what I said to my auntie. So now she trying to turn everybody against me as if they wasn't already. Like, mind you, I didn't really mention it, but I did have a therapist when I went down there because my mom thought it would be good for me. She tried to turn my therapist against me. She tried to turn my aunt and uncle, have them all think that I was delusional, I was crazy. And you know, at this point, it was fucking working. Everybody was believing Tiffany and nobody was believing me. I'm just thinking like, yeah, it's a wrap. Like, I'm ready to fucking go home because ain't no way I'm gonna be sitting here getting tortured. And if Tiffany would put her own little brother in the hospital, what you think she gonna do to me? This bitch is nuts. This is crazy. This is above me. I'm the innocent, sweet little girl, and here come Tiffany straight from hell. Like, no, this is too much. So she was still picking on me. Like, it just was a miserable time there, and I really was just ready to go home. Now, my aunt was crazy. Is like, I feel like she kind of believed me. I feel like she believed me, but she didn't want to believe me. I guess she started snooping through Tiffany's stuff just to like see what she could probably find, or anything that I said to her will have like some truth to it. So y'all know that little shit that I was talking about that like Tiffany used to always go into. I guess like her parents never went back there. They just left that for Tiffany. I don't know, who knows. So one day my aunt was back there like in the shed, like just looking around. And I guess she found something that belonged to like the little sister, aka her daughter that passed away. And I guess, I don't know if it was supposed to be missing or she was looking for it. I don't know. But all I know is Tiffany wasn't supposed to have it. So I felt like once she found that thing that was missing, she was looking at Tiffany a little different. Like, bitch, hold up. You knew I was looking for this. You said you didn't have it. Why the fuck do you got it? So the wheels started turning in my auntie head a little bit. And she started questioning this shit. Like, wait a minute. Was my daughter accident really an accident? And Tiffany looking like,
what if it wasn't?
Baby, if somebody asking you if you unalive somebody and you sitting there nonchalant like maybe it was an accident, maybe it wasn't. Baby, you batshit crazy. You're batshit crazy. And it's at that point that I think my auntie realized like, okay, my daughter might need a little motherfucking help. She just might need a little bit of help. Because see, you thought it was me this whole time, and now you starting to think like, wait, did she really do something to her little sister? Even though Kay was trying to tell you the whole time, you wasn't listening. But now that you done found this little piece to the puzzle in the shack, in the little shed, now your little wheels is turning. Yeah, so my auntie just started thinking about like a whole lot of stuff. And I guess when she started realizing Tiffany was getting mad. Tiffany was getting mad at her mama like, baby, I'm supposed to be able to do bad stuff and not get caught. Like, why is you over here mad? I'm your kid. Like, who cares? Like, I was here first. Like, Tiffany just started spelling out all this stuff about how she was here first. She the firstborn. So, it was seeming like it was a little bit of jealousy going on with the new sister. Because, mind you, she was the oldest sister. Then she had the little brother. So, maybe when a new sister came, she felt like, wait, I'm the only girl. I'm supposed to be the only daughter. So I don't know if there's a little bit of jealousy going on there, but it looked like it was, in my opinion. So the mama like, oh no, you gotta be stopped. You gotta be stopped. And when I tell you that pissed Tiffany off, that wasn't even the end, y'all. But I gotta stop it right here. Because like I said, if I keep telling y'all the endings of these movies, y'all gonna know exactly what it is. I wanna make y'all think a little bit without giving y'all every little detail. So I can't really tell the ending because y'all gonna be like, oh, boom, it's that. I'm gonna stop it right here. But yes, y'all, that is the end of my story time. I hope you guys really enjoy it. Like I said, this is a guess what. So why don't you go ahead and leave your guesses in the comments down below. Y'all already know. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.